have a very special guest with us today. We have Dr. Damodharan from Life Sciences Limited. Dr. Damodharan, a doctorate holder in analytical chemistry, possesses almost 3 decades of diverse experience in the pharma industry. He currently serves at Life Sciences Limited since 2014, previously holding a significant position at Ranbaxy Labs for nearly a decade as head API Global Quality. His professional journey includes impactful roles at GSK, Max Pharma, and Shasun Pharma. A trailblazer in digitalization, he pioneered electronic system at Life Sciences Limited. Notably, he received Learning Leader of the Year 2020 award from Inventicon Asia. Dr. Damo also contributes as a board of member of ISPE and is actively engaged in customer advisory boards and pharma technical committees. So let's welcome Dr. Damo. And how are you doing today, Dr. Damo?
Great, thank you. Thank you so much.
And welcome to Eminence Unfiltered today. And so the purpose of our podcast is to know the leaders behind the whole facade of work. So we all know that you are a CQO of global quality and regulatory affairs. What we want to know is who you are beside work. So can you throw some light on your life?
Okay. Now, my name is Damodharan. I belong to Tamil Nadu and born and brought up in Tamil Nadu, place called Dindukkal. And all my studies I've done it in Karaikudi. We have a CCRI, the laboratory, central laboratory, where I've done my graduation. And further to that, actually post-graduation, and done my PhD in analytical chemistry.
Okay.
And for my family, basically, my father was an engineer, and my family, I have a wife, my daughter. And this is my family background. And after my completion of the PhD, I joined in a company called Medicop Technologies in 1994. I entered into pharmaceutical industry in 1994. And I started in analytical research and development as an analytical chemist.
Okay.
So, do you want me to continue my journey in a professional?
You can also tell me about your hobbies, how's your lifestyle. If you can tell me more about that, if there is anything in particular that you really love doing beside work.
Okay. So, I'm a very, good in, reading books. Means I have a habit of reading books, which all come from my father. So in those days, and I'm talking about the 70s, 80s. So my father is, very, he used to bring the magazines, Tamil magazines in those days actually. So in our home, as soon as he enters with the son, we have a weekly magazines. We take that and me and my brother, mom, all we will be waiting for that magazine. Okay.
Okay.
So the magazine called Ananda Vegadan, Kumudam, all those. So we somebody who was catch first actually, he go and sits in the bathroom. Until we complete, we don't come out. So this guy. So this is developed as a culture in our family. So I'm a literature, Tamil literature. We used to do. And I love Tamil literature. And this is one hobby which I have. Still, I'm continuing the Ananda Vegadan. Actually, I subscribe, and although I'm in Hyderabad, still I'm subscribing and reading it. Similarly, I have a habit, of in sports. I'm interested in sports.
Okay.
I used to play cricket, in my olden days. As a childhood days.
Wow.
I played for a district called those days as Ramanathapuram. Ramnad, actually.
Yes.
Near to Rameswaram.
Yes.
So those days where the Karaikudi was belonging to Rameswaram.
Okay.
So I played for a district there, and I played for a league in Karaikudi.
Okay.
So Division 2, and finally moved to Division 1.
Okay.
So we used to, and also, while I was not playing for my division, I used to be an umpire to the leagues.
Okay.
So I used to get money for that also. Okay. Those days is 10 rupees and lunch. Was there for the umpiring. For a whole day you have to stand.
Wow.
So these are my hobbies, and I watch movies, especially southern language movies like Malayalam, Tamil, Telugu. So I watch movies. These are my hobbies. So reading.
I must say one thing, because I my husband introduced me to the South Indian movies. So I watch it in dub when it is like dubbed in Hindi, because I don't know the southern language. But I can tell one thing: they have very unique script always. They're always bringing something to the table that you can, oh my god, this happened in this way. For example, one of the movie, Drishyam, it's so unique and beautiful. Then later on I got to know that it's been brought up from certain movie script. Then I realized again the script is very unique. Then I saw a couple of more movies, then I become a fan, so I understand what you're saying. And about books, tell me more about it. When you say literature, do you have a fondness for any other type of genre as well in books?
In books, fortunately, during my college days, all my friends are, very passionate about Tamil literature.
Okay.
And I have a two, as I mentioned, cricket and the books
Books.
and some Tamil literature. So what we have done during our college days, that was in 1980, 83, 84, I don't remember the year. We were the first people to come out with the printed version of the monthly edition of Tamil literature.
Okay.
So we were the first people in college. So we don't have any money, right? So we used to collect the money and and printed the magazine, Tamil magazine.
Okay.
And we used to go to the each shop and put, because nobody would like to take and because nobody will buy the book, right?
Yes.
So we used to put to ask them to sell it. Once the sell off, actually, any the commission basis, actually you can give it back.
Yes.
So we struggled a lot for 6 months, okay? Because we are students, right?
Yes.
Student, giving a book, printed books, monthly book is a very big achievement those days.
Yes, it is. It still is.
Yes,
Yes, absolutely.
But I used to write sports columns in that.
Yes.
My friends are very good in Tamil literature. So they used to write, all stories actually about literature, all those things they used to write. So while doing it in the 6th month, when we decided, so we are going to stop it. We don't have money to run because we are students. We don't have earning anything. So fortunately what we got is basically was, we got an order from Tamil Nadu Library,
Right.
to throughout Tamil Nadu Library. So that book they are given order. So the 12,000 rupees was the first check we got.
Wow.
So that day it was raining. The 5 friends which we were there, actually we were very happy.
Made you proud
so
of yourselves.
the whole street actually were running, dancing, and showing that for 12,000 rupees was the first the payment we got. So which is a big achievement for us, because
Absolutely.
those days in the college days, getting this much money and recognition, like all the Tamil Nadu, they have around about 3,000 libraries those days. Actually, probably today it may be multiple, libraries. So 12,000 rupees was that was a big achievement in our life.
Absolutely.
So my friends still they're doing so somebody is working in the Sun TV, still in the reporters, and some of my friends still working as the writers, and one of the person actually now he is entering into movie also as a writer. So this is still we are having that's our friends circle. We meet. In fact, last month also we met in Chennai. So they are in literature. I came to now
Pharma.
to the pharma.
So still the
Teaching and spreading knowledge is
Yes,
there.
it is.
Because you still share the knowledge on pharma as well.
correct.
I've heard a saying in Hindi, Honhar Dilwan ke ho cheekne paat. Means in English, for all our listeners, I'll just translate it. It means anyone who's really talented, you can see the footsteps from the childhood that they're really talented. So evidently your friends are also in the right places because they started their life with that right direction. So yes, evidently. About your books and movies, means I'm going to come back to cricket as well because that's a very interesting talk. But before that, I want to know about, since you're passionate about books and you're passionate about watching movies also, have you seen any movie or a show which has been converted into a movie from a literature or from a book?
Lot in Tamil.
What is your experience with that?
You're talking about our
No, in general, that means, when you see that you've read a book
Yeah.
and it is converted into a movie,
Yeah.
do you think those movies can do justice to the book?
those kind of I have the writer called Sujata.
Okay.
He has written multiple in the books.
Okay.
So one of the movie I'm talking about in 1990s.
Okay.
There's a book was converted into a movie,
Yes.
which was excellently done. Silanairangali Silamanidan. So
Okay.
sometimes some people there is a translation. Okay,
Okay.
it was done very very well.
Okay.
That is the one thing which I feel actually
You
it is.
remember that,
I
yes.
remember that.
Yes.
So apart from that, I have not seen any movie which is converted from the book to the movies.
Yes. But there are a few of the movies, like you said, that which are converted from a book to a movie, and they do justice. But most of the times, sometimes the direction is lost, and the book does so much better than the movies. Okay.
But the enjoyment and get in the reading is completely different.
I would totally agree on that. Okay. Tell me about cricket. So, do you still play?
Yes, inside, we have a what is it called actually, the yearly competition between the sides.
Okay.
So we used to, I still play, I am a wicket keeper.
All right.
So I play for a corporate.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So anyone who's looking for an opportunity, you can actually see how much Sai Life Sciences Limited is taking care of their employees and how important the engagement activities are. Yes, guys? Okay. So what about watching cricket? Means do you get time to watch cricket?
Yes, I watch cricket. Probably, not like earlier days.
Yes.
They be traveling a lot.
Yes.
Once you come to a certain level, so the travel becomes, imminent.
I can tell you are always traveling.
So we may not get a chance to watch all that, but whenever we have a chance, we watch.
Okay.
And of course, there's other aspect of it actually. When I was in Ranbaxy, Ranbaxy has given a provision of actually all the general managers and has had a API. So they are given a Punjab Cricket Association membership.
Okay.
So all the matches which is played in Mohali, I watched.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Or in stadium, including all the one-day cricket.
You are a big fan of cricket. You would love my husband. Yeah. He is a cricket kira.
Even today,
Yes.
even IPL matches and all in our organization, they arrange tickets.
Okay.
So then we will go and watch. And also we have some friends in Hyderabad Cricket Club.
Okay.
So we get tickets and go.
Okay.
So we still watch. We take the
Wow.
family also.
Okay. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay. I just learned today that your daughter is going to start her master's in the UK in the next month. Tell me more about it. Means, how are you feeling as a proud father?
Yes. I wanted to give a exposure of international exposure to her.
Yes.
And what I noticed was actually, yes, from the childhood, she is very determined.
Right.
Even in even the class 1,
Yes.
if you ask her, most of the people say, what do you want her to become? Right? This somebody will say engineer, somebody will say, the doctor or pilot, something. She's from the beginning, she's very clear she wanted to be an entrepreneur.
Oh, wow.
Okay. From
Okay.
how she got idea, we don't know, right?
All
Because
right.
none of our family members are, we're all in the job, government jobs or private jobs. So she is very determined and she is a very disciplined girl.
Wow.
Probably,
Okay.
she is not very good in studies in the childhood days. I'm okay with that, okay? But one thing I raised is even when I started the studies, actually, probably I would not be a very good, in studies initial days. Then over a period when you start becoming, when you enter into college, when you enter into masters and all, then you realize the importance. And
Niche subjects.
that's one aspect. Second
Yes.
thing, you may have a degree, but how you are applying in your work is going to be important. That is
Very
where the
important.
success remains,
Yes.
right? So this is what I feel my daughter, started realizing on the potential of education and this one, and also I'm sure that actually, my nature and my nature also resembles. Okay,
Yes.
I'm sure definitely she will do very well in future.
Okay. Yes,
wish actually she would,
evidently she's aware of it, what she really want to do, because I think when I was at a very young age, I made a lot of mistakes to understand what I really want to do.
Yeah.
And then I learned what really is that I'm good at. So knowing from the beginning that what is your goal in life, that is very beautiful. And I guess every young kid coming out of the college, and that's a commendable job at your end as well, to give her that direction, that not forcing it on her that what career path she should choose. So So that's a commendable
job at your end also. So that's what you were in Manchester for. And in lovely weather at this point of time. Did you like the weather at this time?
Yes.
I really miss the weather of England in these days. So yes, when you told me you're in Manchester, and I'm like, oh my god, and I want to go too. Okay, so I want to know, like since she's going to start her masters, and you are already traveling for work a lot of times, means how you maintain your personal and professional life well, means what's the secret of balanced life?
Like, balanced life, you got a good partner, right? My wife is a fantastic person. She's
Okay.
more mature than me.
Okay.
Fortunately. And in fact, actually, we don't know each other before marriage. She's a friend of my father's, friend.
Yes.
So one day, casually, my father asked, actually, I wanted to, looking for a match for my son.
Okay.
But he doesn't know that actually he has a daughter.
Okay.
He said, I have my daughter. Why don't you come and see? So they went and they fixed it. That's all. Okay.
Really?
So, and from the day one, okay, she's very, understanding, and adopted any girl coming to the different family, the culture, she adopted very well. She adopted, in fact, actually, my family, talks to her more than me, okay, because I've been always traveling. So she's very supportive. She was, she was a teacher before marriage. And after marriage, because of the family, actually, she's couldn't. We were, shifting from one place to other. So
Okay.
she was not going for a job, but she's taken care of my family and the daughter.
Okay.
So that is a support actually, and she's very mature. For every problem, she has a solution.
Okay.
So this is how I'm managing it. Otherwise, actually, I'll be always traveling. She's taking care of the family. So there is an
Partnership
understanding.
is very, very important. I actually agree to this. That's so beautiful. And I guess these, this is what most of the times we neglect for choosing partners. We sometimes do wrong decisions, take wrong decision as well. I think behind every man's or woman's success, what kind of partner you have, how supportive that partner is going to be, is very important.
In fact, whatever, we're talking about, she listens to the conversations, right? She knows about HPLC. She knows about the GC.
Okay.
It's kind of so, and all my friends knows her actually, we invite to home, give a party to home. So they know, and everyone in the family knows. And my wife knows everyone in my company.
Yes.
They know each other actually, they interact. So there's a kind of the relationship, not only in the family, in the profession also she maintains it. And they give more respect to my subordinates, my peers, or give more respect to my, wife than me. I'm a sick officer. The quality assurance person.
I'm sure you like it because I can see the pride in your face for that. Okay, tell me something. If you were not in pharma, what would you happen?
After my PhD, I got a job in Britannia,
Okay.
food industry. I went to my guide. I told him I got a good job, officer job, and a good salary in those days. And he said he is given an advice. I was doing an analytical, so I can go to the food industry, oil industry, or pharma industry. So he advised me, because we were not very clear, on the industries and all when we were students. He has given me an advice, Damu, the best thing that you can do in a professional life is pharma industry. Please choose it. In my family, they said, you got a very good salary, a very good opportunity. Why you are leaving it? But I went with my guide. So I had to be thankful to my guide for guiding me to come to pharma industry. That's a time where India was also booming in a January,
Yes.
94, 95.
Yes.
And fortunately, in the first company which I have joined in Medicorp, has given them the full freedom.
Okay.
So that is why I started my journey in pharma.
All right.
All right. That's great.
Otherwise, I would have been to answer your question, I would have been in the food industry.
Okay. All right. Okay. So how is your conversation with the food? I'm asking this because I have a friend, Suryansh, who's my partner as well. I guess he likes food more than people. So because I noticed today you said that you do not prefer to have coffee and tea most of the times. So I want to know, that means how's your conversation with the food? Means you have a particular strict diet or
No, looking at me, don't ask me how. That, so I started cooking, when I was in the sixth standard.
okay.
That is because of compulsion. Okay.
Yes.
I had my brother, the second brother.
Okay.
He was not well. My mother was taking care. She was in a hospital, and my younger brother and my dad was there. So we were compelled to start the cooking there.
Yes,
I started liking cook.
Wow.
And I cook, South Indian items, North Indian, everything I cook. In fact, actually, every Sunday, I put my hand in some items in my home. And unfortunately, my wife doesn't. The only place she doesn't want to go is kitchen. So I proudly say, or I would teasingly, just say, I'm the guru of you, right? So the day she entered into home, actually, I have a North Indian family also as a family. They adopted me like a son, right?
Okay.
So that the tradition is actually the Bahu has to give chai, the first chai, right? Then they'll give money, right? You know what, right? So
I've
this
heard
is
of it in movies.
In
Yes.
movies, but it's a fact actually, okay? So they asked me why don't you ask her to make a chai? And she said, I don't know how to make a chai.
Don't tell me you hid and you made the chai.
So it was interesting that I made, she went. And I started, teaching her. I helped her.
You know what? I just thought of it. Bummer could have been, अगर कोई बोलता ये चाय दामू जैसी नहीं बनी. Then it would have got funny. Did anyone say this?
No. Because I had not made for them actually when I was with them. No,
Okay.
so they don't know.
All right.
So I cook, in fact, when we go to the places like, we were having a facility in Pune, in Sai.
Okay.
So we stayed for a month or two for FD audit preparations and all.
Okay.
So we used to have all our, my subordinates or my colleagues, peers and all. So I used to cook in the nights.
Okay.
So in my organization, everybody knows that actually Damu is a good cook. So you wanted to go with him, please go. You'll have an all sambar, rotis, everything.
Wow. This is where your daughter is picking up the multi-talent from.
Yeah. In fact, even when we were in Manchester, we did not have a food outside at all.
Okay.
We were there first stint as a month for setting up a system. Me and Mr. Verma was my colleague.
Okay.
So we went only twice in a month.
Okay. Okay.
Twice one day. So all we have made it in.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
That's good.
Then similarly, second term with my other 4 colleagues. So we cook and used to have the food.
You are really gonna love my husband. He loves cooking. He loves eating at home. If he's going out after eating out for some time, he's gonna be like, I really miss the home cooked food.
Yeah.
He's, no matter which country he goes to, he needs home cooked food after some time. So, and he loves cricket. So I see a lot of resemblance. You need to meet Ravneesh one day and you're gonna love him.
Would like to meet him. Yeah, definitely.
So, I must tell you that means, our this conversation is also for telling our listeners and our viewers about the leadership roles. So, for our aspiring leaders who are stepping into the leadership roles, just moving step forward, what are the advice that you would like to give them? What is the advice that you would like to give them to grow into being a good leader like you?
The leadership is a terminology. We have a lot of meanings. Theoretically, a lot can be told. But for me, as a leadership means, taking a risk. And as a manager, we are supposed to give decisions.
Yes.
So what we fail as individuals in most of the organization and most of the people which we are seeing is the positions, they have a position and they are also having a freedom to take, but they are afraid of decisions.
Yes.
So that's one. So if you start taking decision, all decisions cannot take. So people feel that actually if I take a decision, it's going to be a perfect decision also. There's nothing called perfect in the world.
Yes.
Everything, there is always an improvement.
Right.
The Damodharan in 10 years back, which you have seen the decision, probably the same decision I may not take today. Right?
Yes.
So for me, the leadership is one is fail, don't fear for fail, and take decisions,
Yes.
stick on to that. And if you fail, learn from that, move further.
Yes.
This is what my experience in my life. Probably 5 years before, if you would have seen me, it is a completely different Dam. Today, I'm completely different because of the experiences, the failures I had, the decisions which I made it was wrong actually. That experience made me to make a better decision currently today. This is how I feel, number. This my advice to the people is take decisions. Nothing will happen.
Take risk. Do
Take
not be afraid of failure. Learn from your mistakes
Learn from
and evolve to be a better leader.
Yes. One more thing I would also advise is our advice is involve. Most of the people are in superficial, right? So that will not take you to the next level.
Absolutely.
Get involved, go to the deep actually the root cause or any issues. Then try to find a solution. Probably you may not get the all 100% of the exact reasons
Right.
for a failure or not. But go deep, any then you will get answer.
Absolutely. That's very beautifully said. And I think this is going to be a very important key pointer for all our listeners as well. That how to be a leader, how to be a right leader. You should actually introspect and look about it. That means, are you taking risk? Are you making the decisions? And by any chance, are you regretting making a decision if it is failing? So that is not the element. The idea is to learn from the mistakes and evolve. Beautifully said. So, last but very important question for our podcast today is about now our viewers are not only the pharma professionals, they are also from the pharma academics, universities, and colleges as well. Now, these kids are there just stepping into the role to be in pharma in the coming days. So, any particular suggestion or advice that you would like to give to those who are going to start their career in the following year?
Yeah. Today, if you look at the opportunities in the market for the students, is huge.
Yes.
Huge. India is growing. Okay, you are in a good position. You have got a strong economy.
Yes.
And in every the fields India is good.
Yes.
Now, and those days actually the opportunities availability or the direction by the seniors was not there. Today there are so many people who are ready to give
Yes.
the direction to the young generation,
Correct.
and the young generation also very good in adopting the technology. If you look at divide the generation into three part, the older generation, mid generation, and the younger generation, they are very good in adopting the technology. So this is a requirement currently in the industry. So you have a huge opportunity. Please, come forward to the industry and learn things actually. This, in the industry need people with the right attitude
Yes.
and take the responsibility so that actually as a individuals they grow in the industry as well as the India grows. So this is what actually my advice would be. Huge opportunity today. There is no need for them to somebody come and teach. Actually, the information is available plenty.
Yes.
And as well as they also know.
Yes.
Okay, in those days, if you have a subject, engineering means maybe only 4 or 5, the specialists, right?
Yes.
Today you have a specialist
Several specialists.
specializations for in every aspect.
Every field. Absolutely.
And currently, if you look at actually, the technologies grows like digital transformation, which is
Changes
happening.
every day.
Huge,
Yes.
huge opportunity for the younger generation.
I know.
I suggest them, and rather than running for the jobs which is very comfortable, take risk in their life. Come to the industry where the challenge is more, and get involved and grow along with it.
when I completed my master's in sciences in IT, so we were all about laptops and IT. That was in 2008. Now, when I look at kids, I absolutely agree with you that it's in 15 years of time, so much has changed. I'm disabled when it comes to using an app because it was not in my MSc IT time. But now kids, I can't even use my banking on the phone, you know. So I can do it on the laptop, but not on the phone. So I cannot even place an order from McDonald's or Zomato. So, but again, I totally agree that you have variety of options, and in the niche subject as well, you can do your majors, your PhD, your masters, yes. And it's an amazing time. And thank you for sharing for this beautiful advice for our young, aspiring future pharma academics professionals as well. And okay, so today we had Dr. Damodharan with us. Thank you very much, Dr. Damo, for reflecting on so many good ideas. And how was this podcast? Please mention in the comments below and let us know that who do you want to hear next. Thank you very much.